P-Dubs here for CBSI Presents Tales from the Flipside, episode 38. Tonight I am joined by a motley crew of fellow second fiddlers. Gentlemen, spit your names.
This is Dino, and all I gotta say is Florida Georgia Line the Nickelback of country? Changed my mind. I don't know.
John Z here. I can't follow those up.
Grandmaster Brian. No. Hey, Brian, all I can say is you guys should be happy that this podcast is not brought to you by Amazon.
That is true.
Brian McClay, and with the annual monsoons here in Arizona, my trip to the spirit world has begun. If you guys don't know what that means the toad venom is flowing.
Nice. Speaking back on Prime days, dude. When is Amazon gonna learn? This is like the 12th Prime Day in a year, like in a row, and it's like fucking failing. It's terrible. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, you're Jeff Bezos. You're worth like $1 trillion, billion, zillion dollars, and you don't have enough server space or bandwidth.
Cares too much about getting to the moon.
Yeah, well, people got priorities, man.
Yeah, being the richest man in the universe, you'd think that there'd be a little bit more evenly spread out.
That's true. Hey, I got to give a plug for CBSI coasters. You got 6 sets left. If anybody's interested, scroll down a little bit on the main page. They are 4 inches by 4 inches. Nice gloss to them. They are all red with the classic CBSI logo on them. So if you're interested, you can look for that post or hit me up on Hangouts.
I'll tell you something else that's 4 inches by 4 inches on the group chat afterwards.
Is that a date gone wrong?
Oh, no, maybe. Why don't you keep going, dude? You're doing good at this.
Oh, yeah. So we wanted to give a shout out to our Facebookers. So we have a CBSI Facebook page that has like 800 plus members on it. And so we posted our link up there. So if you're listening from Facebook, let us know. We want to give you a shout out. And we're going to do some stuff on Facebook soon. So keep an eye out. Join that page and I don't know, stay tuned.
We kind of forgot we had a Facebook page.
Shout out Mark Zuckerberg. What up, though?
And Z's like, we have 800 members on Facebook that we do nothing with. And I was like, holy shit.
We better actually moderate that damn thing.
Well, I think it's kind of, I don't know. I mean, don't you guys post the articles there?
Well, no, that's a different one.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's the one that just auto posts articles, which I'm not sure is still up because I haven't seen that one. But this was a community page to expand kind of presence to Facebook, because there's a lot of people not on G+ and yada yada. And so Trey said, just start one day. So I started one, and I'm like, who wants to moderate? Who's on Facebook? So P-Dubs and I think Stein and maybe one other person's like, hey, yeah, we'll do it. And none of us like do anything, because I'm like, I don't really, that's more real life, not comics. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, I'm looking, I'm like, we got like 20 join requests today. What the hell happened?
It's like Lord of the Flies. They're kind of running the asylum.
Yeah, it definitely is a little more lax over there. We let some more rookie questions. So Doc Joe, all those things that you want to ask and we make fun of you for, feel free to ask over there.
We got 90 new members this week.
Oh, it was nuts.
902 altogether. So.
Oh, wow.
We broke 900 this week.
Hey, I joined, so that's the reason. It's because I joined. Yeah, just saying.
I don't know. I don't know what happened, that we must have just hit that point.
I think it's a magical. It's like Instagram. Like once you get past 1,000 followers, you start blowing up. Kind of. I think that's probably the same thing.
I was watching Silicon Valley. I'm way behind, and I was like, the inflection point. We hit that on Facebook, apparently.
Maybe. Silicon Valley.
That's a great show.
I was depressed that it was only 8 episodes this season. I was like, son of a bitch, I thought I had 2 more.
Would you know what show I've been watching, or I watched the whole 2 seasons of? Sneaky Pete.
Dude, that show is awesome. And Goliath, of course.
I started watching Goliath, and I'm like the first episode in. I'm like, I mean, Billy Bob Thornton's cool.
Yeah, I would say if you have to like Billy Bob, because it's like, I'm telling you, it's like John Grisham wrote a Bad Santa courtroom drama.
Yeah.
But,
I gotta get those on my list. I'm still fighting through Luke Cage.
No, Luke Cage wasn't bad.
It's not. I don't find enough time for TV anymore. If I have spare time, it's fucking sorting goddamn boxes of books.
I'll tell you, man, just get divorced and lose your kids, bro. Don't worry.
My wife and I had to have a conversation about the time I spend on comics this week.
Like, oh, buddy.
Oh shit.
Did you ever find those books, whatever you lost in the pile that you were talking about? I think last podcast or the one before.
I think I did. Yeah, they were ones from Indy that I'd lost and I'd sold one, and I was about to call Dino and go, did I put it in your shit again?
And I would clarifyly deny it, even though I know.
No, it was like a $90 book. You're like, damn it, it's got to be here. And it was jammed in some dollar books from Indy that got put on the bottom of the 40 boxes. I tell you what is terrible is I started sorting these series. I sorted by publisher, and then I started sorting by character, and I did Marvel, which was probably, I don't know, 40% of this buy. It was probably 50% Indie, 10% DC, 40% Marvel. And so now I'm trying to put them in order so that, either I'm going to decide to sell them in sets, or I'm going to put them in bag and boards and sell them for money, or I'm going to put them in cheap bins and get rid of them. But I got to know what I have. Have you ever tried to put together Marvel runs in the last 10 years? I got 17 Iron Man #1s, I think. And they all look the same. I had to get on my comic shop and just follow the pictures to figure out which one went where. That I think is the absolute worst one is Iron Man. They're all called Invincible Iron Man. There's no title difference. And half of them were rebooted so quickly they didn't even change the Marvel kind of bannering and letterboxes.
I just want to tell you boys is that we're at 15 people already. It's like a record.
Nice.
So our gracious leader, Ben C, wanted me to roll this out to everybody. Special announcement, I guess. So I guess back on July 11th, the great people at Fan Expo Boston gifted the site with some copies of Amazing Spider-Man #1, the variant, with cover art by Ramos, Humberto Ramos. So I guess what's going to happen is we are going to do comments and we're going to give them away. So it ends on July 21st, Saturday, and Sunday. He'll announce the top 5 comments, and they'll get a copy of Amazing Spider-Man #1, the Fan Expo Boston exclusive variant. So, yay! That's good times. Good times. Always trying to give it back to the community. So
Any of you guys pick up any of those Spider-Man 1 variants?
No.
You know the answer.
I picked up the 1 in 200.
I picked up the Opeña one. I think it's the Opeña one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one looked great.
I saw that. Midtown wanted what, 140 for the 1 in 200. Van Expo's site had it for $60. So there was a big thing going around Hangout because sometimes they ship a little slow. But I got mine Friday or Saturday when it just came out Wednesday. So it came in. It was packaged well. I mean, it came in a regular
Gemini mailer.
Not a Gemini mailer, but the folding box.
Oh yeah.
But at least it had it was bagged and boarded, and it was wrapped in like the thick bubble wrap, the big bubbles. So it didn't move around a lot, and I mean it came out in good shape. I put it on my Instagram and stuff like that. So, but I was happy with it.
Nice.
I don't feel as bad paying $60 for a 1 in 200 over. I wouldn't have wanted to pay 140 or whatever it was.
Yeah. Leading into IG, so basically, Mr. Z had some questions about Instagram. So this is gonna be a good topic.
I broke down and got enough questions from eBay and random places whether I'm on Instagram, and apparently I'm a social media idiot, and finally signed up. And then I'm like, but I don't know what to do with it, so I figured why not ask Dino?
Oh.
I could ask Paul. But that's probably not a good decision.
No, P-Dub's got some good shit on Instagram. I like P-Dub's Instagram actually.
I don't know why he hasn't changed it to Paul's Problems.
That would be awesome, dude. You should put at Paul's_problems. I'm actually gonna steal that right now, so you can't do it.
I'm trying to beat you.
Actually, I should have asked Koi Cakes, but he'd just tell me how to be an Instagram whore.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, just follow everybody. You can't get enough follow. No, Coy's actually does it really well. So for people who don't know what Instagram is, let's kind of break it down for people because, I mean, there's some people who don't know what Instagram is. So what IG is
It's the grown man Snapchat.
I thought it was for food porn pics.
Well, that too. So basically, it's like food porn pics and like
regular porn pics.
regular porn pics. So you just take a photo of something and then you put some tags on it, and then other people who like that stuff get it in their feeds, and then basically they can comment or follow you, and you can follow back and stuff like that. So basically, what I do for Forgotten 5 Comics, and I'll do a shameless plug. So at Forgotten5_Comics is our Instagram. Hit us up, follow us up. I kind of just take photos of what we put on the site, and then I just leverage that into try to get sales on the site and stuff. So I mean, people can see what we add on the site. I try to keep it up more to date now. I used to not be very good at it. I've been trying to post more and more. I'm trying to get like a couple posts a week of what we do with the new listings and stuff. What else? So I guess you got any other questions? I guess since we got what it is like.
So I have a little bit of input to how I use Instagram. I have my personal Instagram, and I use one for Simple Man's Comics. And basically, Simple Man's Comics, I mean, we're all doing plugs, so I'll throw mine out there. But so I have the YouTube channel, which has the videos. But I also try to use IG, one to show, hey, this video is up. But I also try to use it to tell us a little bit of a story of, hey, what happens behind the scenes, stuff I don't put in the videos. Hey, these are some pickups I got. Or, hey, I just got, like today I posted a picture. I just got a bunch of Uline mailers in. Kind of tell the story behind the story. And then in my personal private one, it's more like family pictures, kids being crazy, stuff like that. And it's funny that IG was brought up on the podcast because Jack DeMeo has been helping me. I won't even say helping me. He's been pretty much running the CBSI Instagram page lately and has been doing a kick-ass job. So this Thursday night at 9 p.m. on Simple Man's Comics YouTube channel, we're going to do a live stream with myself and Jack DeMeo, and we're going to talk about comic books, but it's primarily going to be focused on the CBI Instagram page, what we're going to do with it now that they just launched the IGTV, and pretty much the direction that we're going to take the CBSI Instagram and how we'd like to portray CBSI to the Instagram world. So should be a fun live stream. Like I said, Simple Man's Comics, YouTube, 9 o'clock Thursday night. There'll be a post on the CBSI main page about it tomorrow. It's already on Simple Man's Comics Instagram and the CBSI Instagram, but so we're flashing ads everywhere.
Sweet.
Mr. Stein, what's going on, brother?
Speaking of flashing, Mr. Stein joins, right?
What's up, boys?
What's going on, brother? Haven't seen you in a while.
Gosh, man. Life is so busy. So busy.
I don't blame you.
It was great having you on for these few seconds, though.
Oh, it's funny.
In honor of you joining, I'm going to switch over to my other beverage of the choice for the night.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
Which
buddy.
would be
Paul's Problems in a bottle.
Liquid Paul's Problems.
You should try to. You know what we should do is we try to get sponsored by an alcohol company, like a bourbon company, and they can make a Paul's Problems special kind of fucking label or something.
I've seen one. Some company or something. They had a Captain Morgan, but they had Captain Optimism. And it was like the Captain Morgan logo. So you can come up with all types of cool stuff for yours, Paul.
It is Jim Beam Kentucky Fire, my favorite cinnamon whiskey.
Yeah, I can't believe you're not a Fireball guy. I figure you'd be a Fireball guy.
I tried Fireball, and I thought that was the greatest thing on earth. And then I tried Jack Daniel's cinnamon whiskey, and I was like, man, this is great. And then there's the one I always forget. I'll just whatever. That was so it was like liquid big red gum.
Aftershock.
No, it was
That's the OG.
Yes, sir.
I've never even heard of that one. You have to-
Aftershock is the original, man.
Yeah.
At the end of the bottle, you would have all these little candy crystals in there, and it was like fun trying to get those out. It's like playing a game.
I can't remember what the hell it was, but anyway, then I stumbled upon Jim Beam, and it's like that perfect middle ground.
Yeah.
Aftershock and Goldschlager.
Oh,
yeah, Goldschlager was the shit.
oh Jesus. So basically, yeah. So Instagram, what you do is just tag, and the big things is like, I guess the two tags I use that are most, I guess, effective with IG Comics, IG, and then COMICS, and then IG Comic Family are the two tags that I use a lot. There's a bunch, and then basically what I do is I just kind of like go around the book and like if it's like a Catwoman Hughes book, I'll put Catwoman Hughes, DC Comics, Comics for Sale, comic book.
There it is, Black Velvet.
Oh God, Black Velvet.
Now we'll tell you, Z, if you like a pick, you don't have to try to hit that little heart. You can just double tap the pick and it'll like it for you.
Smart move.
Does the heart mean I like it or I love it?
Like,
We like it.
yeah,
Or
there's no-
love it. You could love it.
Well, and then the thing too is like, and then up in the upper, the send messages, you have to go into their profile. Have you done that before? Like send somebody a message yet?
I've been on Instagram for an hour and 45 minutes.
Okay, so if you look up at like somebody's like ours or somebody, and you hit a little, I guess ellipses would be the proper grammatic term, which is the 3 dots, and then you can hit share to messengers or stuff like that. If you click on just their name, like whatever it is, and then you go in, and then you can message from there.
Yeah, some people won't let you message them though unless you both are following each other.
Yep. So click on their name and then hit the ellipses on the right, and then it'll say like send message, and that's how you message people. And then the little arrow on the top very right is where your messages go. Your DMs, your direct messages. DM me, bro. So yeah, it's a while to get used to. Like even Coy, I thought Coy would struggle, but he picked it up pretty quickly. So, and I guess I don't know. Wood, have you done a lot of IG deals?
I bought that Masters of the Universe Skeletor variant from a guy, but I haven't sold.
Anybody sell on Instagram besides me?
No.
I don't feel like dealing with the hassle.
Yeah, I was gonna. Okay, so I'm not gonna shame Instagram or people or Instagrammers or whatever. I love our Instagram following, but there's a lot of tire kickers, a lot of low ballers. I mean, it gets bad sometimes, but I mean, just like everything else in life, you just deal with it. But so
There's a lot of good cosplay on there.
oh God,
You can pinch to zoom as well.
It's like the Zenoscope of social media.
That's why Koi's on there so much.
Yeah.
for the male cosplay.
Oh shit! There's a book I need to buy. Damn it!
There's also a lot of really good action figure stuff. I know I follow a G.I. Joe guy named, he calls himself Black Major, and he does a lot of really cool custom stuff that he sells stuff, and he also sells some old school 3 3/4 figures. But I know the action figure stuff is really cool on there too.
Yeah, I do that. I do that with the Masters of the Universe type.
I follow a lot of people who do pre-Cold Horror or Golden Age books too, or I follow people who have good books seller wise too. But
Oh yeah, like Black Cat.
Oh yeah, it's a whole different. I'm not even in that fucking realm. I'm not even in the same planet.
Hey, have you that? I think it's some woman. I think her name is Anna is Love or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh! Like
She's
got
on Facebook.
Oh gosh! Oh, it's ridiculous. She's got like 15 Chamber of Chills. I mean, it's crazy what she has.
There's a lot of good artists on there that'll do little short videos of their drawing or upcoming covers. Like I know Adi Granoff does a lot of that. J. Scott Campbell, of course.
Art Germ, I think, does some of it on Instagram, doesn't he?
I mean, they'll also do they have their like Twitch streams now, but Jim Lee does it. They do shorter videos on Instagram.
Yeah,
I think Jim Lee gives out a lot of the ones he does too. He
does a lot of that on his Twitch streams. So a lot of them we use.
Wasn't that where Van Skyver's doing all his shit too?
Yeah, he does that, and he does YouTube now. But a lot of them use Instagram as a funnel to market it, to get them to go to whatever their site they're trying to get them to go to. So you can, which will change now with the IGTV launch, but that's we'll have to save that for Thursday. But no, so IGTV launch lets you put longer videos on Instagram now. So they can either still use it to funnel it to their site that they're monetizing, since there's no monetization on IG yet.
I've been thinking about this, and I've been listening to a lot of Rogan lately. dude, and a lot of comedians in cars to get coffee or whatever. Comedians in cars and get coffee.
Oh, that show's awesome.
It is. And you know what's funny is like I think we're just I can see Instagram becoming like a TV outlet where we just watch a little screen. It's like it's very interesting how we philosophically, you know, our phone is like are gonna be our lives. It's gonna be terrible.
Oh yeah. I mean that's where the future's going.
Yeah. Oh, Jack, see, lovely Jack the Mayo hitting up in the chat. What up, buddy?
I got to give a shout out to my LCS. They solved a long running problem that even you bitches couldn't solve for me.
Oh god!
Oh my god! I can't even imagine.
Is it you finally got a Oblivion song after they said they wouldn't sell it to you?
No, but they still are holding that for me.
Well, you're gonna lose on that book. I wouldn't even pick it up now. It's a fucking waste.
I think they're gonna give it to me.
Oh,
but
well.
another fucking CGC box, big enough or tall enough rather to hold magazine size slabs.
What is it?
Not the correct way. Not like you would put any other book, but sideways. However, the issue with putting that in any other box was the height. And this one is just, I mean, the lid sits just a little bit off center, but on the other ones it was ridiculous. It was just.
What kind of box is it?
It is Diamond Supply. It is just simply the word supply and then 514. And it's just a bigger CGC slab box. It's let me pull up I don't know, he sent me the measurements and I measured the box I had and I sent him pictures of how high the other ones stuck up out of the other boxes, and he was like, well, this one measures bigger, so let's give it a shot. As long as you promise to buy
that's what she said.
as long as you promise to buy 2 of them, I'll order like there's a minimum of 5 or something. I was like, yeah, that's fine. Let's do it. And so it worked out. I just can't stack. I wouldn't stack anything on top of them, but still, it's tall enough where I can finally store them upright versus.
How many magazine slabs do you have?
1.
I don't know, 5 or 6, but I mean, my goal down the line is I have all these other Turtle magazine books that I want to sub to CGC down the road after I send them to Canada and Mexico.
He's got his collection of Highlights magazine from when he was 7.
So you bought 5 storage
no,
boxes and you have 5 slabs?
No, I bought.
Well, that makes it easy.
I bought 2, but the minimum order for them as a retailer was a set of 5. So he's like, if you commit to buying at least 2, then I'll order the set of 5. And I'm like, that's fine by me. They're
gonna call them the Paul's Problems magazine slab box.
He's gonna have those boxes for years. They measure 15 inches by 8.5 by 13. I don't know what the regular.
What's the regular CGC box? I can't imagine that's tall. I'm confused because a slab box.
No, that's I got a Cerebus 1, dude, and it doesn't fit regular slab boxes.
But does it fit? It doesn't fit sideways in a regular slab?
No, it fits sideways.
So what did he buy? He bought one that stays straight up?
It doesn't sit like a normal. You have to hold the magazine slab sideways, but height-wise, it's taller.
Yeah,
but it would have fit in a regular CGC box.
No, it doesn't, because my Cerebus doesn't. It, like he says, I'm kind of scared to like put it sideways and then put the lid on and then put like another box on top of that because it's gonna.
I still wouldn't put a box on top of this one.
It would crunch it, dude, for sure.
So wait, a CGC slab magazine is wider than it is tall?
Yep.
Huh.
It's so the boxes I had from DCBS or somebody, they're 9 inches wide by 13.5 tall, and these are 15, whatever the hell I said, 15 by 8.5 by 13.
Interesting. I don't know. Like I said, I only have 2 slabs and I fucking broke one. So what do I know? Or 2 magazine slabs.
Yeah, Butterfingers.
No, it was in a cabinet and I fucking swished everything to fit something else in and forgot they were there.
Is it Frazetta?
No, it's not the Frazetta. It was a fucking like Epic 3 that I picked up.
I'll take some pictures sometime and put them on the Flipside G+, but I was happy. I'm happy with the result. So I was sick of sitting them, storing them flat on top of each other. It's just a bitch to move and everything.
That brings up something I've been thinking about for a while. There's a lot of people that, as a matter of fact, we have one that's been done on CBSI, people talking about sizes of like Mylars and backing boards and the best fits and da 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 da. Why somebody needs to go ahead and do one for the bigger books that fit well. I'm not talking sticking, a huge, buying like a life-size bag and board and putting, a magazine-sized book in it, but something for like 2000 AD, the Warrior magazines.
Man, those are a mother.
Yeah, I'm tired of cutting my own bags and backing boards, and there's got to be something, some good Mylars or something for those different sizes.
I found a Warrior will fit in like a Gerber. It's tight, but it'll fit in a Gerber.
Yeah, and it'd be nice though to have like a list of this is the best fit for this type of book, and Mylar, whatever. So if there's anybody out there that's listening, that is good at that type of stuff and has that list, throw it up.
You still gotta buy a whole fucking crate of them for the one you need. How many Warriors? You have a few Warriors, but the average person has
You know what I kind of pissed about is that the BCW plastic boxes. I can't believe they didn't use them for like slab sizes. You know what I'm saying?
It's probably in their business model down the road. They just didn't want to go too heavy at first. But that'd be sweet.
Just use one of those food preservers, the little vacuum seal.
Yeah, don't even slab your books. Just put them in there.
Yeah, just seal them like you would some jerky.
Guys never laminated a book before?
Put some of those little fresh packs in it.
Has anybody ever bought the clear backing boards?
No.
Those exist?
Clear?
Yeah, they're out there, and I thought that was a great idea. So you can see the back cover on some of the stuff.
It's smart. I mean,
Trey talked about it if you were a dealer, but I think they're expensive, and
yeah, they were like, I think a board was like, we'll say like 2 cents or 3 cents or whatever it comes out to be, and the plastic was like a quarter or something. It was crazy.
I mean, a board, even unless you're buying it wholesale, is probably even wholesale is 4 or 5 cents once you factor in shipping.
Yeah, and I think it was like a quarter or something ridiculous. I mean,
I think it was like 40.
Was it? Yeah, something ridiculous. I mean, it was like, what do you? It'd
still be cool to have for some books.
But then, it would be cool if you've got like a wraparound cover, or a Trey had talked about it, suggesting like if you're a high-end dealer at a show.
Yeah, like got like a $3,000 key.
Instead of taking shit out of the box for moderns, because the old books, people want a page count shit. But like if you've got a Launch 23, you don't have to have, neckbeards scrubbing it.
Have you guys ever, and it's different because you bought a collection, so I'm not talking about that, Z, but for your own collection, PC-wise, have you ever rebagged and boarded everything? I know we wrote there was an article written about that a while ago of rebag and boarding your own PC after 18 years or however long, if they're just sitting there like me for all my turtle books. Like, I don't know. Has anyone ever done that or heard about that being done? Somebody going that route?
I did it a while back, but I got smart and just bought 1,000 the MyLights and MyLight 2s and the fullbacks and just threw like my personal collection and all of those, and that way I don't have to. Yeah, don't have to do whatever.
But like, how many books is in your PC?
At that time, I mean, there was quite a bit, but those are slowly getting sold off. But still, if you have, there's some people out there that have, a decent amount of PC books that if you can buy 1,000 MyLight 2s and 1,000 backing boards for like $300. I want to say that's a pretty good deal if you buy in bulk.
Yeah, but there's people that like use MyLights on every book they buy, and it makes my head hurt.
Why?
Yeah, I like it. If it's something that you're keeping, I guess, in your PC.
We've done it. We do it for all our new books. I buy
Yeah, but you're going to sell them, and they're not readers. Like I'm talking people that buy their books off the shelf
to read,
throw them in a MyLight.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you're hating on Adam Lebenik, man, because he does it.
I'm not hating. I can't.
Just lost a listener.
I can't personally rationalize the cost.
I think cost is not an option if it's your PC, but if you're selling and stuff, I mean, it depends what you're doing with it. If you're trying to present it well for sales, if you're trying to protect it for PC, long-term storage, or if you're just buying it to hold it for a week and then you're sending it back out on eBay.
Well, I mean, okay, I'm looking at it this way. You got Outcast number 6 and a MyLight. You know?
Who wrote that article? Big Dip, right? Back when?
Yeah, Dip.
Well, Doc Joe does it, but Doc Joe's got Doc Joe money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he wraps it in gold. He wraps it in gold leaf.
Yeah, free tooth with every purchase.
Dr. Teeth from the Muppets.
Holy hell, we lost like 7 listeners on that My Lights comment. I should take it back.
Yeah, good job, buddy. Way to fucking kill this. I might as well just cut off the podcast right now.
Those are the Facebook people who were testing the waters and didn't stick around long enough.
I realize we suck.
Yeah. But there's people are losing connection, man. I don't know what's going on. I mean.
Oh, we got 2 back. It must be on that California internet.
That California internet. Again, okay, so Paul does the outline, and it's a very how would I say Da Vinci Code-esque.
I put some
I
put some time into it.
What's Paul's boxes? What does that mean?
That's what you just talked about.
That was the boxes. That was the CGC boxes. Supply.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that was a discount code or like you.
That's
were
what
like,
I thought until we talked about it.
That's the diamond code, the item code. So if you go to your LCS and order the boxes, it's supply 514.
Well, maybe we should put that in the old YouTube chat.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll take some pictures. I don't know when I'll get to it, but they'll be on the Tales from the Flipside Google Plus.
Oh, we still run that? We still have that thing?
Yeah, I post in there my own personal diary. You guys ever heard of this RoboCop movie?
I mean, it's from Detroit, man. Who hasn't?
Dino's not sure it's a movie. He thought he grew up in it.
I don't know shit, dude. For real.
You got a dusty RoboCop in Shutdown in your
dude. All I know is that the city of Detroit wanted a RoboCop statue. That's how badass we are. Okay?
Dino knows RoboCop, Axel Foley, and Fago Cola.
Fuck yeah, we do.
Did they make a statue?
I think they actually did. Did they? Hold on. I think. You know what's funny? Because I heard they were gonna do it, and then I heard Statue Detroit location. It got canceled. Oh, it's supposed to debut in the spring of 2018. So I guess they did it.
Oh,
yeah, they did it.
That's why they're doing a reboot.
President venue of Bronzework Inc.'s Giorgio Geekus. Good Greek guy, maybe. I think Giorgio, right? He looks like a Greek dude. Yeah. I guess he's gonna build this RoboCop statue.
Man,
so.
That's big. That's like what? 6? It's almost 12 feet tall.
Yeah, it's probably 12 feet tall, man. That's what we do out here.
Man, somebody's gonna cut the fucking head off that thing within a year. You know it.
What's bronze worth on the street market? Melted fucking down.
Yeah, bring it into the.
Dude, they're gonna kick it like they kicked those robots in Philadelphia and shit.
Oh, Jesus.
There's a my mom is from Denmark, and there's a famous mermaid statue out there that people just constantly cut the head off of. It's weird. Anyway,
which is weird because it's Denmark.
Yeah, most peaceful nation on earth, right? Happiest nation on earth, according to some studies. But anywho, RoboCop reboot is titled RoboCop Returns. So it is going to be.
Where did it go?
I don't know. He flew off with the Hulk. It's a sequel / reboot. I don't know how that works, but to the original 1987. But unrelated to the 2014 remake, which I didn't know existed. Did anyone watch that?
No.
I knew it existed, but never watched it. It had Michael Keaton, though.
That was when they were rebooting. That's like right after they rebooted Total Recall, then they did RoboCop.
Was that Judge Dredd too?
Wait, they did a Total Recall?
Judge Dredd was awesome, though.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a Total Recall reboot?
Yeah, I had Colin Farrell.
Oh man, that's straight.
I didn't watch it.
It was good. Terrible. It was more based on the book than it was.
Kate Beckinsale in it or something?
Kate Beckinsale. That's worth watching.
That's straight to Mel HS.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah. So the plot synopsis is anarchy reigns and the fate of Detroit hangs in the balance as RoboCop makes his triumphant return to fight crime and corruption.
So anarchy reigns is pretty much a Tuesday in Detroit.
Pretty much. Right. Not gonna lie.
So it's directed by Neil Blomkamp, who did District 9.
Yeah. That was a good ass movie. I like District 9.
And then, that reminded me of a random movie from 2004, District B13.
I'm really glad you brought that up. That is one of my all-time favorite movies.
and it was good. It's like it came out back when parkour was really big.
No, it came out before anybody really knew about that. I think that's what kind of started the whole parkour thing. And on top of it, it was French. So
you guys talk about that. I'm gonna go back to the Yeti, and we'll see how it goes. I'll be right back.
The fact that you are discussing a movie that Paul watched, you just dropped a notch on my.
I mean, the greatest parkour movie is Rounders. I'm joking. It's a poker movie.
Yeah. Well, this one's
that was bad.
More than it being having a bunch of the parkour stuff in it is one thing, but the idea of the story is basically like in a futuristic French city where everything's kind of on lockdown and the gangs run the cities, and it's a really good story. And
so it's kind of like The Purge.
Yeah. Matter of fact, yeah, it's kind of like that. But there's some really good. It's funny because I really got into a lot of French movies back in like the early '90s. Did any of you guys ever see City of the Lost Children?
I did.
That movie was amazing, man.
Is District B13? Is that subbed?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you can. You can watch it where they do the English, but I think that looks stupid. I can't stand that.
I don't like to read, bro.
You don't like to, or you can't?
Well, I mean, that's a semantics.
Same thing, yeah.
Semantics. I guess Justin Rhodes, Terminator 6, is rewriting the script, I guess, with Michael Miner and Ed Newmeyer. So
it's definitely a Paul thing there.
Yeah.
Did I see though that the Ghost Rider from S.H.I.E.L.D. is supposed to be the Terminator, or supposed to be somebody in that movie?
No.
I think I keep seeing his image with Terminator. So I don't know if he's the good guy or if he's the Terminator, but he's supposedly cast in that flick.
Interesting. I kind of don't have it on the site, and I kind of want to talk about this on the outline. Since Ben S is here, you got anything to talk about the top 10 with? Have you?
Yeah.
Anything? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to.
All right, so we switched a few weeks ago to weekly, because there was a bunch of people asking to switch to weekly.
Mm-hmm.
And as fast as everything's changing, I thought it was probably a good idea, even though it's difficult. It's harder for me, but that's okay. But I knew that there was also going to be situations probably, and this week was one of them, where there's going to be some people who hate some of the picks. And to be honest, this week I hated some of the picks. But I mean, I put Die 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 at number one. I loved it. I actually read it. I mean, did you guys read it?
Yes, we read a book that came out. That's funny. No, I didn't get a chance to read it actually.
What's amazing is I don't read. I don't have a whole lot of time anymore to read either. But that one I did read, and I actually liked it. I definitely want to read issue 2, which is amazing. But because I don't really read a whole lot of image stuff, but that one just intrigued me, just by how it was distributed and stuff like that. But I know a lot of people hated that being at number one, but it sold a ton of copies, and I don't know why people are paying more for the no bubble variant and the I'm drunk. I have no idea why people are paying for that.
It's good too, because how many times a year? I love data, so how many times a year do you think you get a number one that's actually a modern that came out that week? That's actually not a. I guess I get variants, but I mean, I guess we'd say an image book that's a number one book. Not too many weeks, right? I mean,
no, I agree.
You know what's going to happen with all those blank letter bubbles?
People are going to write in them.
All the unappreciated inkers and letterers in the fucking world, the letterers, because they're gonna fucking get CGCSS as the letterers, the famous letterers do their thing in it.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool, actually.
it's funny because I only think about because there was a guy in the group that was a letterer, one of the Stranger Comics guys. And
yeah.
he had an SS book or whatever. And he's like, he worked on it. He wanted to get it SS. And
Cozine?
Was it Cozine?
Yeah.
But I mean, he's going to be busy. He's going to letter all those empty boxes.
I'm so appreciative of your number 3 though, because I got one for like really cheap. So
back or no?
Yeah, you're back.
Oh, okay. Is it too loud?
No, you're good.
Not too much ambient shit.
No,
What
you're
was number 3?
the Spider-Man Noir number 1.
Yeah,
That book's. Hey, DeVoe mentioned it months ago. I mean, that's all.
He's a smart man.
I don't understand the variant not selling for more yet.
As people don't know about it.
That variant's tough as fuck. I had a dozen firsts and only 2 variants in the time I've been looking.
You know what's funny? I only for as many books that me and you see, I just saw that book once technically. That cover B.
Oh, I happened to get lucky maybe a month ago, and I pulled a Walker, and some guy listed 2 of them in like a week, and I'm like, "You got more?" He's like, "Yes, I do." How many got? I'll buy them all.
Yep.
Yeah, you really don't see that. I dig a lot, and I don't see that book very often. In not just number 1, but any of them really.
Yeah.
No, I think they're mostly in. I think people bought them and read them, and they just went in collections, and nobody is reselling them. They must have sold decent.
And I want to give you props on your honorable mentions too, because you always give me one obscure book like that Venus number 9.
Yeah,
I like that. That's the best. I mean, your whole list is good, but that's the best part that I like.
I just wish sometimes you'd listen to my recommendations for the obscure ones.
You stopped giving me recommendations.
You never took them.
That's not true. I think I specifically took one of yours before. It's hard. I mean, I try and on the honorable mentions, I always give one golden age, and I always try and give something that's just different as for the other one. Either, just that's something that's weird or something strange, but it's hard. I mean, I'll be honest, this week was bad. It was when I was going through, like in my mind, I was, usually when I go through these, I'm going through, what was option this week? What was, what have I seen a lot of people, talk about, all this stuff. And I mean, I was pulling all that stuff up and man, and then I would that's selling pretty well. And then I would look like from a week ago and it was selling less than it was a week ago. I'm like, okay, well you can't use that. There wasn't many, there was a lot of sales, but not a lot of increase price books this week. I mean, believe me, I hate the fact that Youngblood is number 2 is on a hot 10 list in 2018. It's ridiculous. I mean, there's got to be 2 million of those things out there.
Okay, but wait a second. Let's talk about this because everybody gets hit. It's cyclical, right? Everything is a circle, right? Kind of. So, I mean, back in the days of Wizard, how many Youngbloods and books like that hit Wizards number 1?
Oh, I agree. I mean, there had to have been tons.
Yeah.
I mean, the argument with, and I mean, back in the Wizard days and stuff, back in the 90s, I mean, when I would read it and stuff, I mean, I always in the back of my mind, always thought, man, this is just weird that all the advertisements are the same as the books that are on this hot 10, and it always looked like they were trying to, they were trying to sell their friends and stuff like that.
Which is funny that you get recommended for that, yet the store variants are rarely on the list.
Rarely. It happened this week, and honestly, it shocked me. It shocked me that one of them did make it this week. But yeah, most of the time they don't make it.
Every once in a while, the right artist, the right image gets people, and they buy it.
Which one was it, so everybody knows?
The Miss Marvel 31.
Yeah.
The Stephanie Hans, the version.
Who sold that one?
That was Frankie's, I believe.
Yeah, but I mean,
but how many other stores does Frankie sell with, or was that a Frankie's exclusive? Because I thought it was a collaborative effort.
That one was low though. I mean,
I don't even think they're advertising on the site anymore. They were at one point.
Yeah, they don't.
The variant site.
On any site. The main website, they're not advertising anymore.
And
they just happen to hit. I mean, they put out 200 variants. At some point, one's going to hit.
Well, and LWAP 710 said that I guess according to him, I guess, not too many current version variants, which is kind of, I mean, they didn't do 3 covers, did they?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, well, what do you mean by 3 covers? Like Virgin and then with the title and stuff?
Yeah, black and white and then a reg, you know.
No, I think he just did just the Virgin on that.
Yeah, I think they need to go back to that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, right, wrong, or indifferent for whatever happened during the store variant craze. I think they just need to go back to 1 cover, make it Virgin, and call it good, right? Oh, golden app.
I think we should stop using the term virgin and cover in the comic community. It's already enough shame with collecting comics, and usually they assuming you're virgins. So
it was
vernacular.
It was golden apple. That's what Matt King said.
Golden Apple what?
Golden Apple Comics, I guess. Golden Apple guys.
Oh, they did the Miss Marvel?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't find it on Simon's site.
Yeah.
Thank God somebody fucking knows what's going on.
Good
thing they listen to the podcast instead of being on it.
We are the voice of the people.
See,
No, I really thought it wasn't Frankie's, because I really thought that it.
I bet Frankie's maybe sold 4 Golden Apple.
Yeah, and then Matt King said it was 3 covers. There was a Raga variant and a Virgin. Yep, him and Frankie's. Like Matt King, Matt, we gotta get Matt King on the show one day.
Awesome. Yeah, way to go, Matt. Yeah, but I agree, Z. I mean, I'm so tired of hearing, oh, you know, they're doing this to sell these books. I don't own. I'm sitting there looking at this list, and I may own. I actually don't even own a Youngblood 2. I don't even own that. I don't own Spider-Man.
I don't even own a Youngblood, period.
I don't either.
Most of the people even affiliated site, yeah, we sell books, but we own a copy, 2 copies of something.
Yeah.
The only book that I've owned more than like 5 copies of in a while is I happen to have Noir because I listen to fucking Devo and I bought some. But most days if I have 2 copies of something, I'm happy.
Yeah, it gets. I mean, I generally don't care about people that you know are haters basically, but it gets old. I mean,
there's some people that just are just shits about it.
They are. They don't understand. They still think I'm Ben C, which.
But you are.
Well, maybe.
You're old and cranky, which you do have in common.
Oh, that's true. And you know, and Ben C is actually not really a person either. He's just Trey. So they all think we're all the same person.
Oh, it happens. I mean, you got to have multiple G+ profiles, right? I mean,
I guess, and we have 14 different eBay accounts. No, that's right. That's just certain people, but.
The only time. Sorry, go ahead, man. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. Go.
I was just gonna say the only time having multiple eBay accounts like that would be beneficial is all these goddamn eBay coupons that are coming out. I would eat that shit up if I had like a nice list of wanted books. And
eBay is killing me with my. I can't even find shit after this point.
Oh, I had a good story. So listen to this eBay story since we're talking about eBay. So the guy buys a book from me. It was an ASM 300 CGC. He buys it, goes, yeah, bro, I can't, because he asked me, I sent him an offer through messages because he said he's like, sell it for this. I'm like, sure, I'll do it. Then he couldn't get the coupon to work. Then he tried to cancel it on me. Then he paid for it and said ship it anyways. And I said, okay, I shipped it to him, and he complained about my packaging.
Oh my god.
So, but he didn't give me a neg, so that's kind of nice. But he was like, just letting anybody know who packages this slab that it could shook around and like wobbled. I'm like, I double boxed it and I put bubble wrap in there. I think he wanted peanuts, but I'm not gonna put peanuts in there.
Oh god, I hate peanuts.
Yeah. So, anyways, but that was my good eBay.
I'm gonna save up all the peanuts and send them to Paul in a box just for shits and giggles. Then.
Spring loaded.
Yeah. Well, I like save them because every once in a while, like you get bubble wrap and you just need something for the corners, man.
No, I don't. No, none of that shit, man.
I sent that glitter bomb, by the way.
Oh God.
Never heard back, but it's just God. It just makes you feel good knowing that you sent it. They might even not even ship it. I don't care. It's all good.
Anyway, Paul being a dick. That's
that motherfucker started it. But anyway,
it's a new segment.
Yeah. Paul, I don't even, what do we call that? Paul finishes it. I don't know. Paul finishes. Yeah. Why the Last Man coming to FX? I threw that on there. I think I started to read a trade of Why the Last Man, and then I fell off. Agent 355 being cast was big news or something. I don't know. All I know about Why the Last Man is
you need to read it. That's what you need to know.
I need to buy it. I just keep.
Oh.
I never find it.
Spoilers welcome.
Okay, so I read it. It was probably top. It was top 5. It makes you rethink. I don't want to sound too narcissistic or too sexist. It does think about relationships, like female relations and relationships. It's very interesting and introspective, I guess.
Do they have like hardcover books of it, or is it all trades?
I got the trades. There was 5 trades, I think, or 4 trades, I think.
I think there's 6.
Or there's 6 now. I think I got to the first 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I don't know. I keep meaning to buy it, and I never find it as a deal, or you never find all of them together. You find 1 or 2.
Well, after the show, I can hook you guys up.
So something happened, and there's no more men on Earth.
Correct. So basically, what happens? You want me to like? I won't spoil it. But so basically, there's this guy, and he's like a magician, like an out of work magician kind of dude or something, if I remember correctly. I read this like 4 years ago or 3 years ago, so don't quote me on the whole thing. So he wakes up one day, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to bed." He's just kind of just going through life, and he wakes up and like he just normal day goes outside. And like he just noticed there's girls everywhere, and like no guys ever. Like he wakes up and he's literally the last man on Earth, and he has a pet monkey. So his male monkey and him survived whatever happened.
This is like Futurama.
Yeah, kind of, but it's not in the future, I don't think. So basically, so he wakes up and he's like the last person, and he's got now he has to go through life, and he's he doesn't know what's going on for the first few issues, and it's really good. I don't want to spoil it too much, but
since we're talking reviews, I would like to shout out to the site. Clint's article on Beer Agent made me want to go out and buy that damn thing.
Yeah,
everything that guy does, it's gold. He's excellent at writing articles.
I got some Fear Agent stuff. Go ahead, though, Z. Go ahead.
No, he did a kind of an overview of the story and kind of just talked about the background and shit. And I'm like, I've had some of those library editions in my watch list, and that article came out the day after the last eBay coupon, or I would have bought that shit already. So now I'm just kind of waiting for a.
Did they sell high? The library editions?
I think they look like they sell about $50 a pop, which I think is probably retail.
Yeah,
that book was hot even when it came out. I picked up early on that book. I think I got probably like 3 or 4 copies of the first couple issues, but even when that book first came out, that was a hot book back then. I'm surprised there hasn't been more people talking about it even before that.
I think it's one of those ones that always gains steam, but it never like goes full bore. It just kind of picks up a little steam and then dies, and gets a little steam and dies.
I think Tony Moore's art on there is better than his Walking Dead stuff too. So
I liked
that issue 1 has a brilliant Frazetta homage.
Yeah,
I liked how the main character in Fear Agent reminded me of Rick from The Walking Dead a lot. The first art, but anyway, I would jump back into Why the Last Man real quick. I gotta ask, if it's not a huge spoiler, Dino, is throughout the series, or whoever's finished it, is he throughout the series the last man on Earth, or does that change?
I don't think you should say that.
What?
I don't think you should discuss that.
All right, I was just curious. I don't know. I figured it's been long enough. I'll read it someday, and I'll.
Oh,
anyway,
Paul, I did just check. It is free to read on Hoopla. So
sweet! I love that app. Yeah.
All volumes are available on Hoopla for free.
I just can't do it. I don't want to read that much on my fucking phone.
Hoopla. I wish I could get Hoopla.
If you get a big enough tablet, I think it's okay, but you still got to zoom a little bit.
Paul uses his computer screen.
I can read a comic quick on the phone if I need to, but I want to read if I'm going to read a couple hundred pages, I want it in my hand.
I do it on my tablet.
I don't own a tablet. Every tablet in this house has got a fucking kid on it.
I got get a Chromebook. Get a Chromebook, dude. That's what I got. I got a Chromebook.
The $100 Kindle 10 is on sale today.
What do you got? Anyway, you got stock in it, Paul? Jesus.
Oh, Anyway, what I was going to say about Fear Agent, I don't know where I mentioned it before. Maybe it was on a previous episode, I think. But some of those library editions and the hardcovers of stuff, they get reprinted, and then people look for the original printing. So, for instance, the Usagi Ojimbo, like the original printing from, I don't know, 2006 or something, it goes for crazy prices. And then the same with Fear Agent.
Yeah, I couldn't track down what's an original print versus what's not. They don't look any different.
Yeah, I don't get it either. If you pull it up on Amazon, like on Amazon prices, we've talked about that before, how Amazon is just, I don't know, a world of its own. But the prices, the asking prices for some of those on Amazon are crazy too. But it's, I don't know if you have to have it in hand to figure out the printing, what printing it is, but some of those go for crazy prices.
Well, I sure wouldn't trust an Amazon seller on fucking printings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I looked at the eBay ones trying to identify, and I couldn't figure it out. And I don't
know. Like I have two. I have volume 1 and volume 2 of that Fear Agent sealed back from whenever, and apparently I think those are the first printings. They're sitting on my shelf.
I'll buy them from you.
Yeah, for 6th printing prices.
Yeah.
You'll just convince me to open them up to verify the printing, and then say, "Nah, man, I'm good."
Never mind. I'm truly. I was actually just looking for the cheapest ones to read when I looked, and then I started getting into them. Like, why is this one so much more than this one?
Right. I think maybe it's discerned by ISBN. I don't know if
more like a book.
Maybe.
Yeah, potentially. I don't know. They confuse me. Like I said, I've collected a few rare trades here and there. Like I bought the original Bone when they did that as a one print or as a one hardcover. But it's complicated, and I don't. You guys got to do as much research there as you do on regular comics.
All right. Yeah. I wanted to give a shout out to Dan Piercy. I'm gonna miss Comics and Beer. I don't know if he's gonna revitalize that or not. I wish he would. I thought it was extremely entertaining. I liked seeing what was behind him on top of his shelf and all that stuff. We still don't know what happened to the lampshade, but he's doing something, the Reading Pile article, which I thought was pretty cool. So that has, I think, 3 articles out already, and he's evolved from just those 3 articles. It's getting better with more pictures and things like that. But did anybody else read anything this week? I threw up. I don't know if Dino's back, but I threw up Oblivion Song. I read 4 and 5 today. I read Superman 1. I didn't read Die 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 yet. But anybody read books on this podcast anymore?
I read an old trade, but not anything new.
Oblivion Song hasn't been updated yet. So
by who? What do you mean?
Well, it hasn't. Issue 6 hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, but did you? Well, I'm sorry. So I'm behind. I don't pick my books up every week. I just kind of let them stockpile a little bit. So I read issues 4 and 5, but didn't we only talk about issue 4 last time? You said it was slow, right?
Yeah, it's still slow.
No, issue 5 kind of picked up. That issue 4 ended where they shit. I don't know. I have to go over and grab it.
Way to ruin it, Paul.
Oh. Yeah, I think issue 4. Well, okay. Spoiler warning. Whatever. We're talking about Oblivion Song. It's our ongoing. But I think issue 4 ended where they captured him. They captured the main character, and then issue 5 is where. Have you read issue 5 yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, you thought it was slow?
Yeah, I mean they haven't talked about the brother yet. The brother and him haven't met yet.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, I haven't. Maybe I haven't read this yet.
Yeah, get your shit together. This is a professional podcast. It used to be.
I know, not anymore. Oh, finally! God damn! Yeah, I mean, it only took 4 episodes for this fucking arc to happen. I mean.
Yeah, they got to set up I thought it was good. Anyway, I liked issue 5.
I need to read it then. It must have just came out or something.
I liked it so much. I took the time earlier. I emailed their.
Yeah, it just came out. Yeah, I haven't read it yet.
I emailed their Oblivion Song email people and said thanks. It kind of got me back into reading Oblivion Song.
I can give you Robert Kirkman's email so you can email him. You want that?
I thought can I just text him?
Yeah, if you want to.
But no, I thought it was good. I like Oblivion Song. Kind of got me back into reading. I just got into a rut, and I said this in the letter. I don't know if they'll publish it, but I got into a rut of buying and bagging, just buying and storing books and never reading.
You mean You mean Barrier got you back into reading comic books?
Yeah, Barrier broke the barrier. But fuck that book. I'm sorry, man. Sorry if anybody likes Barrier. I just couldn't do it. But anywho, I just got into a rut, man, with trying to sell and flip, and I'd buy and I'd bag and board and I'd store. Even Turtle books. I just was too busy, and life's crazy anyway. But I took the time and I read Oblivion Song and I like it, so I make the time. I mean, I might not get it. I might not get it every the day it comes out, but it's in my pull list, and I make sure I read it.
You said pull list,
but I like it. And then Will asked what Comics and Beer was. Comics and Beer. Look it up on YouTube, Will. Oh man, that's some entertaining stuff. Dan Piercy did some YouTube videos called Comics and Beer.
Shout out Dan Piercy.
Yeah, he reviewed beer and then talked about comics, and it was sweet. Hopefully he brings that back. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, he's definitely a character. He's fun to watch.
I saw him. We're gonna talk about some wrestling. I saw him at Extreme Rules this weekend, dude. He was hamming it up there, front row almost, I think.
Yeah, Dan Piercy. He's on YouTube. Dan Piercy Comics. That's good stuff. But anyway, I don't know. I liked anybody. Nobody else read anything. Superman 1. I don't know. I kind of fell out of love with Superman comics, at least.
Fuck Bendis.
Yeah, I'm with you. Bendis is.
I just the character in general. I think in comics, I don't know, but
I like some of the classic covers apparently, but no, I don't want to read it. I heard he had such a good run recently, and you're just started fresh. That's dumb as hell.
Yeah.
You had a great Superman run, which are so few and far between.
What happened in his run? I don't know anything about it.
Well, I mean, no, but the Rebirth run, everybody was talking about with the Jonathan Kent and all that. It was like getting steam, and then let's bring Bendis to kill it.
Yeah, that new character that he came up with was ridiculous. That new villain.
Matt King was asking if there are any other comics resources for print runs other than comic.
Might be one soon. I can't divulge any information, but it could be.
We'll keep you posted, Matt King. But sorry, Brian, I cut you off, man.
No, you're good. I'm good.
What were you saying? I heard you and then I cut you off. My bad.
Just Bendis, becoming the whole social justice warrior type thing, and it kind of reminds me of Dan Slott, where I feel like he's does everything he can just to throw in some little comment or some little stupid jab at something political, and it just gets old.
Yeah.
Did you see what Will Brogdon put?
I love it.
He's gonna make a Google channel called Steak and Trades. That's hilarious, dude. You should do that. You
I
should
would, I would join you, Will.
Dude, that'd be fucking awesome, dude.
Eat steak.
Cook fucking steaks and then marinate steaks and fucking talk about trades after while you eat. That's fucking awesome, dude. Oh, good times. I subscribe to that shit.
Hell yeah. What else is on here? Anybody die? Anybody pick up, talk to their LCS, get the whole
Stein did.
N variants and all that?
Stein had on number one.
I just bought the one copy and read it.
Did anybody get the posters?
I did. I was interested, but God damn, I wish they would have sent it rolled up, but I'm sure whatever. It's cheaper to fold it. But the thank you letter from Kirkman was on the back of that folder, which I thought was cool. Well, I don't know. I guess not cool, but whatever. That's where it was. But I put a picture of the poster up somewhere. But my LCS just gave it to me, and
did they only get one each of the
think
poster?
So. I think so.
Oh man.
Yeah, throw that sucker up.
Hey, Matt King. Shout out, Matt King.
Shout out, Matt King. He's drunk.
Yeah.
Wasn't it awesome though that nobody could post pictures 2 days before it came out and put the whole entire comic book online?
The good old days.
Before. I hate that. I hate that worse than anything. Like, just who cares? Just wait till Wednesday when everybody else does. I don't need you to post a whole comic book.
Well, I think
illegally
posting a
on
whole
the
comic book is also copyright infringement and all that bullshit.
It's just stupid. I mean, that doesn't make you smart. It just means you're slimy.
It means you're it's frowned upon, like masturbating in an airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't go to Baltimore anymore. Thanks, Dina.
Hey, man, hey. I talked to that girl all the way back home. You saw it. You were there. How do you know you weren't there? Am I judging it to her? How do you know?
I was there as your comedic relief with my flower bag.
Oh, my God. Dude, you were the perfect setup because I was like, yeah, you see that guy back there with the flower bag? Yeah, he's kind of my buddy. She's like, oh, I feel bad for you.
It was like you were adopting a stray kitten. I got you points.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, you hung out with him?
Well, Blind Adam, you're expecting us to read yet another book? We've talked about 3, man. That's fucking a record for us.
Yeah. Dude. Flash 50. I'm gonna say I read Flash 50 even though I didn't. It was good. I thought it could have been better. Very generic stuff.
Did you guys see this first official photo of Shazam?
Yeah, it's better than the other one that leaked out. That very first one that looked.
I think people are just fucking riding Shazam, thinking it's gonna be something else, man.
Here we go, Mr. Z.
It just reminds me of an ABC sitcom that was canceled after like 5 episodes.
Shazam has always been lighthearted. It's always been fucking, a little goofy. Even
in the animated series,
fucking 40s, man. It's just a fun character.
Well, even in the animated series was the same way, dude. Remember, like when he was on Justice League for a little bit?
Oh yeah, he's just not. He's not meant to be fucking in.
He's not Jason Momoa, dude. He's not Aquaman. It's like
he is not in the DCU. He is his own little fucking thing.
He's like Booster Gold, dude.
Let it be a fun movie, man. It could be great. It is definitely the new 52 version, just kind of looking at shit. But
is it do you think it's like Ant-Man, right? Like he's like Ant-Man is like his own thing, like a funny, goofy, fuck off kind of
Yeah, like Ant-Man crosses over, but
I think it's
we
big.
do not have the same vibe.
I think it's gonna be big. I think it's gonna be a superhero take on Big. And the only thing that drove me crazy was his shoulder pads. That picture, the muscles on that picture they released is the only thing that looked absolutely ridiculous. But I think everything else, I agree with Z. It's going to be lighthearted. It's going to be like Big. And then they're going to throw all of a sudden out of nowhere. They're going to do that really dark Black Adam cameo, and it's just going to change the whole tone of the movie. And I think that'd be cool.
I think they went with Zach for a reason. They wanted somebody comedic. Like, they could have got a muscle-bound guy. They didn't. They went with somebody they wanted for the acting range they wanted. That is, Chuck, you're going to get that kind of fucking acting out of it, and that's the goal. You could have got any muscle-bound guy to go put that suit on, and it wouldn't have been what you wanted.
Trying to get somebody yoked out there on the keto diet. Y'all yoked, lifting weights.
Well, I've seen some pictures, and he has worked out, but I mean, you fucking put on a spandex suit, man. See what you look like.
Oh, you want to see it? Come on, bro. I've been lifting heavy for this.
Unless your name is Dwayne fucking Johnson, you should not put on a spandex fucking muscle suit.
You guys ever accidentally inhale cinnamon whiskey?
Was that you, dude?
I wouldn't recommend it.
I bet Henry Cavill has a few pads in his suit too.
Oh, they all do, man. They got to.
Yeah,
but
man, you don't notice them.
All the
Jesus. The Rock said that a Black Adam movie could possibly begin filming at the end of next year.
He did say he's not going to cameo in this movie.
Yeah, he said, yeah.
I don't know if I take it or I don't.
Wink, wink. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
I think they're going to put him in Man of Steel too.
I don't know. My total random no basis sentence was they can make this Shazam movie like kid/campy, and then Black Adam a little darker, and then the third movie having them battling it out a little more darker. But I don't know if that's. What do you guys think?
I guess what I really think, dude, is I don't really care about Black Adam.
Really?
Yeah, all this hype and bullshit and all this stuff. I don't care. Like, maybe I'm overexposed on The Rock.
He's been booked for this role for 6 years.
I know, but I don't care. I don't care about it.
I'm invested in it, but I mean, I can sell now and make money. But it's just, you have been promising me this character for longer than the DCU existed. Like, he was signed on.
I rather would have
maybe after Man of Steel, but before anything else.
I would have went with the Ledger style, where it was just undercover. Like I don't hear too much about it, and then he has an amazing role. Not this. I hear about it every fucking 3 months, and it's like, oh, Black Adam is he? You know, he wants to do it. It's just I don't know, dude.
I think Black Adam is an amazing character to begin with, and you know if they pull it off, it's gonna be gold.
Well, I mean, I'm not doubting the pulling off thing, but I don't know. It's like getting overhyped, man. It's like way overhyped right now. It's
I
like
think everybody's been waiting because they're like, is it going to be in this movie? Is it going to be in this movie? Because they're like, you can't keep The Rock on the hook that long. The man makes 17 movies a year.
well, maybe that's my other problem. He makes 17 movies a year, and you know.
But most of them are enjoyable.
You guys think he's sold out with some of the movies he's done, or no?
No.
How do you? His job's an actor. He can't sell out.
I mean, doing kind of somewhat B movies that just. I mean, I don't know how Baywatch was or Skyscraper.
Baywatch was funny as hell.
It was funny. Baywatch was funny. The one with Kevin Hart when he's like
that one was good. Yeah,
dude, that was hilarious too.
My god, that Kevin Hart one is amazing.
He's like honestly, he's the hardest working guy in Hollywood. I don't care what anybody says, dude.
Oh yeah,
no, man. He's like Tommy Lee Jones 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Traveling Jim and all that shit. I got sellout was maybe the wrong word.
He probably does some duds. Rampage I've read is not good, but you know sometimes on paper it looks great, and then you get a bad fucking production.
Yeah, he is the most electrifying entertainer in the world. That's right.
That TV show he did was really good too.
Oh, Ballers.
Yeah.
Hell, he was doing motivational, trying to get kids to lose weight for a little bit in that TV series.
All right, I fucked up. God, David, don't punch me, Rock.
Don't talk shit about The Rock, man.
He knows
The Rock's gonna listen to this and like comment somehow.
I don't want to beat you when he fucking finds you.
He'll snap you, dude.
Yeah, him and I'll meet him on a cheat day and we'll have some whiskey and it'll be good.
Have you seen his cheat days?
Yeah, it's always pancakes.
Oh, dude, it's terrible. Like, I don't even know how he can survive. Like, he eats like so many carbs. It's terrible.
Yeah, but the man is 350 pounds of fucking muscle. He burns a carb in a nanosecond.
What's Jamie Foxx doing on the home run derby? Yep.
What?
They just showed Jamie Foxx on the home run derby.
He's repping Spawn.
I guess so. Yeah.
What do you guys think about what's his name being cast for that Hawkeye?
That's probably it, I think.
Jeremy Renner?
I just added some fucking credibility.
Yep.
I think Sam and Twitch are going to be the fallout from this. I think that it might. I don't know how well the movie's going to do, but again, a no basis prediction. I think this will launch a Sam and Twitch something, Netflix movie. I don't know, something. I think Spawn is not gonna benefit from this in the long run. I think it'll be Sam and Twitch. No basis as usual.
I think it's probably a good time to, if you have any Spawn books, to either, I don't know is it a good time to sell or is it a good time to pull them off for a couple of months? I pulled mine off because I was like, oh, that gave it like.
I guess it depends. Like Spawn ones are very plentiful, right? I mean,
like the newsstand Spawn ones, the Spawn homage variants,
the black and white Spawn that's like hard to find.
Yeah, the Cavalcade for comics, the Rust.
I think you're if you have books right now, you're in a lull until the trailer comes out because you got to sell either when news hits or a casting happens, a big casting, or a trailer hits. If you wait past the first trailer, you're losing money.
Boy, Paul's sounding smart out there. I like it. Paul's sounding kind of smart.
I don't know. The whole fucking market's skyrocketing everywhere, so you can almost buy anything right now and make some money.
Buy it, dude. Sell it and buy it back later, dude. That's what I'm gonna do.
I bought a Cavalcade 9.8 not too long ago, like 3 weeks ago, just because I think that is the one book kind of lagging behind the rest.
I just bought 2 of the VHS clamshells just to keep them in the clamshell. I have 3 of the regulars that I've opened to send off, but I figured it'd probably cool just to keep them in the clamshell.
I think that's a good idea. I think that book it's just so far behind.
I guess I kind of want to spin this for a little bit. I'm gonna pass on this Marvel movie dates for a second.
Yeah, I guess quick. We have to go in order.
No.
No, we don't. We don't need to talk about shit we don't know anything about.
So
hold on, real quick. On the Spawn thing, there's something I wanted to bring up real quick, just because I picked up a couple copies of it. For you guys out there that are into the cameos and the like the comic magazines, Amazing Heroes number 202, they do a preview of Spawn. So I got to talk to Topher on it being the if it's before Comic Cavalcade or if it's before Rust, but it shows gives a little picture of a full. It says Spawn in full figure form, and then it gives that same picture that's on the back of Malibu Sun, just black and white. And it talks about, it coming out in a month or 2 months from when this magazine came out. It's actually pretty cool. It's got I think it's like a half Jim Lee cover. And it has the wild, I can't remember if that's the Wildcats or something that Jim Lee did, but it's also got a penguin on the cover. So if you guys are out there, look for Amazing Heroes number 202. And it does like a 3-page thing on all the new Image books coming out, and one of them they talk about is Spawn, and they don't talk about it much, but they just say here's a full figure picture of what Spawn's going to look like and that type of thing. So
cool.
Sorry about that, Dino.
No, you're good, dude. All good. That's good information, man. I gotta want to bring this up because a lot of people are talking about it in chat. I talked about it a little bit today in another chat. The Valiant stock. Me and Z were talking about this earlier. Valiant stock dropping 60% of the value. So I believe it's right now at $6 and some change. We kind of talked about this in another chat, but I do want to bring it up. Is a guy who has an economics degree. We were talking about, should we buy Valiant stock right now at $6 a pop? And I said probably not, because you need like a 200% return on investment just to make $1.20. I mean, you're going to make 60 cents at 100%. I don't think that's going to happen, but and then we talked about, would Marvel buy Valiant or Disney, I guess, and it doesn't make in their warehouse because it's not kid friendly, I guess. And then we kind of brought up Warner Brothers, I think, was a suitable option. We were kind of talking about throwing that around. But I think too, Dinesh could just buy it back at 40% down to
shit. That's like
it happens, dude. It happens.
That's like The Office, where Steve Carell makes his own paper company and then he ends up winning in the end.
Yeah. So I mean, and it happens, dude. You used to see it like a lot of guys, especially these internet companies, would sell off their company, and then the guys who bought it mismanaged it. And then the guys who sold the company buy it back at, 30% of its value, and then just go back and make,
Didn't Steve Jobs do that?
Yeah, Steve Jobs did it. AOL did it. Yahoo did it. I mean, it's a bunch of people do it, man. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Anybody got any thoughts? And I mean, they got a lot of stuff riding on this movie, the Bloodshot movie.
I think it's too volatile.
I mean, I was talking to Jack DeMayo about it, actually, and me and DeMayo were talking about it, and I told him, like, it'd be different if it was a penny stock and you're gonna make $1 on it, but at $6, I don't think you're gonna make enough money to get your ROI back out of it, because you'd have to buy like 1,000 shares roughly, right, to make some money theoretically. So you have to buy like $6,000 worth of stock, and what are you gonna, at 10%, you're only gonna make $600. Is it really worth tying up $6,000 for $600?
Yeah, I stay away from that.
Yeah.
Well, here's the question: what do they need Bloodshot to make? Like that's truthfully where you're at. Is, are they expecting it to be a $200 million movie, or do they need it to make $50 million to break even? Yeah. I think Trey said it best. On a good day, it's a John Wick, but John Wick made a pretty good amount of fucking money.
Yeah, but Keanu Reeves is their main actor, though. That's the biggest difference with John Wick. If John Wick had a crappy actor or like a non-name actor, it wouldn't have done as well.
They got Vin Diesel. Not that he's a great actor, but he's got a name. He owns a fucking $1 billion franchise.
Yeah, but I guess the other thing too is like, how mentally prepared Vin Diesel is going to be for this movie. Because for Keanu Reeves doing John Wick, he was all in on it, dude.
I'm just saying. I would like to know, what do they need it to make?
What do you think? Throw out a number. What do you think?
We need to vote. This is Matt. Get on the fucking podcast right now.
I could text him.
But I mean, that's the thing, is what is the true expectation? Is, you know, what do they need to make? Because didn't they just have $100 million bomb? Like that's the issue, is if they need to just make, let's say 50 to 100K, they might, or 50 to 100 million, they might make that. But if they needed to make Avengers money, they're fucked.
Well, I mean, do you think internationally or do you think globally too? Because China could make this happen. I mean,
no, it's definitely, they need it. They're looking at global. They don't care about US.
Yeah, I mean, you think they make 100 million? I mean, maybe it's 100 million. Maybe it's 50 million. And they make 100 million because of China.
Yeah, I mean, again, if we knew kind of what their expectations were.
Well, it could be like that. Did you guys see that? That China movie that got pulled out of theaters after 4 days. It was like $100 million budget movie.
I think it was DMG.
Yeah, and it made like 17 grand.
But that's the thing. It's like you were saying, it only makes 10%. I'm like, but it's down 60. You just need to go back to where it was 3 days ago.
Yeah, but that's hard to do, dude. I mean, but the problem is like for $6, like the bigger issue is the amount of money you got to put in. Like you got to buy at least 1,000 shares probably to make your money worth.
Oh, I know.
But the other thing too is like
it's probably a safer investment than Valiant Comics.
Maybe.
Unless you can get the variants early, but I mean those are fucking tough to catch day one.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's a gambling risk.
Do you want to? Okay, wait. Let's stop. I got it.
Yeah.
Do you want to buy 6 copies of Harbinger 1?
Mm-hmm.
Let's call it $1,000.
Okay.
Or put $6,000 in the stock.
Is there any Harbinger news coming out?
Harbinger's tied to Deadshot. If Deadshot's a success, Harbinger gets made. If Deadshot doesn't get made or doesn't do well, then Harbinger's not getting made.
Yeah, but the Harbinger book will always be worth something because of the rarity, right?
Yeah.
But what's the upside on it?
For the stock of the book?
Either.
The stock, the upside is, I mean, you could pull if somebody buys out Valiant, then you would make money on the merge. I mean, that's the upside. That's if DMG is gonna fold on it, but I don't, who knows. The upside on the book, I mean, what are you gonna make? $200? It's not like a $1,000 book's gonna be $3,000.
That's my thing. I don't know that there's a ton of upward mobility.
But I did talk to Matty DeVoe, text me because we were like that. He said probably 200 million.
Oh, he texted you back. Is that their goal?
Well, no, I don't know. That's what he said probably, not his goal. He goes, to turn that Valiant into a franchise, it's probably 300 million they need to make.
Okay.
So
yeah.
That's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of people going to the theater to see Bloodshot, man.
A lot of cheddar. But if they market it international, maybe. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's not gonna. I mean, if it makes $300 international, that doesn't affect the price in the U.S. for the comic book.
No, I think we're talking two separate discussions completely. Is it a successful franchise to invest in, or is it a successful fucking comic thing? Because I think the books are 90% hyped right now in my head. Harbinger maybe tops out at 1,500.
I think the real issue is. I think it's a stock, honestly, and it's. I'm gonna gamble a shit ton on it. It's a big gamble. I mean, but big gambles mean big risk, big reward, right? So I mean, the big thing is, it's bouncing back and or getting a merger, man. So, I mean,
would any of you spend $1,000 on Harbinger 1?
No.
No.
So wait, did we talk about the post that DeMeo put up from Dinesh Hypen, Bloodshot Volume 2, number 3 or whatever the fuck it was. The Villain 9/8.
No, I don't think.
No, was it? He put a picture of an eBay listing for, I think it's Bloodshot number 3, Volume 2, which is the first chainsaw, which is apparently the villain in the script. And I was like, well, that's an interesting buy. He's like, buy it or I will. And I look at it. It's $350. I'm like, the goddamn 9/8 of the first appearance of your hero isn't near that. What the fuck are you thinking?
He's just trying to drum up publicity.
I get it. It just, like, I don't know. These books in my head are...
And I guess I do want to preface this by saying, I don't, we me and Maddie were kind of talking about this, but it's like, and he brings up a good point too, is that, value is like probably 1% of their value of the stock, because they're actually DMG is an investment, they buy a bunch of investments and stuff like that. It could, and I didn't think about this, they're located in China, right? I mean, it could be tariffs with the political stuff. I mean, who knows, but, so I'm not saying that it's all about what are you doing, Paul? Nothing. I just saw the chat.
I didn't say anything. What are you talking about?
your pig chat.
Oh, sorry.
So I mean, it's probably, I mean, maybe Valiant does something. I don't know. I mean, but I think when you see a 60% value in a company drop, it's like Tesla, right? If Tesla dropped 60%, I'd be kind of worried about it. Would you buy back in Tesla? Maybe. If it dropped overnight like that, you don't see big drops like that unless something happens. Like usually, I hate to say it, usually it's kind of some kind of illegal corporation stuff, but I won't speculate on it either because I don't want to get slandered.
I thought Mel was going to be here when I posted that. I threw that picture up from some stills were released from the Glass movie. Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan. And
how about we can talk about it when he comes? How about that?
Yeah, that's true. All right. Anyway, anybody? I don't know why I threw this up here. I think I was just trying to fill some space at this point. But
we could pass all this shit. Let's go to your problem.
Yeah. Let's skip the outline shit we don't care about.
Yeah. So Paul's problem's next, dude. Let it up, dude. I haven't heard one in a while.
Oh, I got a good one tonight.
Oh, Jesus.
Good one tonight.
Hello, this is Dr. Fraser Crane. I'm listening.
I ever tell you guys about the first time I got arrested?
You got arrested? Are you a felon? You didn't tell me. You have to tell me that. It's a law. You have to tell me you're a felon.
I'm not a sex offender, Trey, so stay tuned. So back in this little town I grew up in, there's this gas station that I go to all the time, and I just talk to the workers there and kind of hang out. And eventually I got to know them enough where they'd give me the, quote, damaged beer. Every now and then, like bottles that would be, I don't know, like one in a 6-pack would be cracked, so they'd have to throw it out. And I was like, I'll take it. Anyway, I was having a particularly not good evening one time. And this is when I lived like, I don't know, 20 minutes from my hometown. I was like, fuck it. I'm going to drive out to this gas station and hang out for a little bit. So I drove out there and I'm talking to the people and there was a cop in the gas station. I didn't really think too much of it. I was just hanging out, bullshitting. And the girl's like, oh, hey, yeah, you want to help me carry out some of the beer for the to be thrown out, some of the damaged stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. So we're carrying out. I was like, hey, can I do you mind if I just kind of set this here and I'll pick it up when I leave, just out, like right outside the back door or whatever. Like, yeah, that's fine. I don't care. And so I just bullshitting for a while, leaving out there, just kind of trying to lift my spirits up for the night. And then I go to leave and I pull around to the back. I stop, I get out, I grab the damaged beer, and and then I pull around to the side, and the cop who was in there was casing me, and he apparently just thought I was up to no good, so he parked out back trying to see what I was up to, and so he saw me take that beer off the back shelf or whatever the hell was outside behind the gas station, and so I pull around to the side to say goodbye to the to this the gas station worker and her friends and whatever. And so I pull into the spot, and then the cop pulls behind me, kind of like a T style, to block me in. And I get out, and I was kind of like, maybe if I just ignore him, he'll drive away. So I go up and talk to him, like, yeah, what are you doing tonight, blah blah. And then they kind of point behind me, like, I think that guy wants to talk to you. And I was like, motherfuck, what the hell? It's got to be about the beer. So I go up to him, and he's like, can you tell me why you were why you put beer in your car from behind the store? And it was one of those moments where just like your whole body goes cold, like you're fucked, and you just get chills. And I looked at him, and I just, a lot of things ran through my mind. I looked at him, I just said, officer, I have no smart answer for that. And he's like, turn around, you're under arrest. He was trying to arrest me for stealing. And I was like, Jesus Christ. This is the last thing I need today. I came there to lift my spirits up. Yeah, that wasn't happening at this point. So he put me in the back of the car, and in my head, I'm talking a mile a minute, but I was cool enough to say, if you just shut up, maybe it'll work out. Don't try and talk yourself out of it. So in the meantime, I hear my name over the radio. 3 other cop cars pull up because it's a small town, and they got nothing better to do. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is going nuclear. And I think at one point I was like, officer, do you mind if I just get out, or can I just give you my car keys and you could just roll my car windows up, because they were cracked and I didn't know how long I was going to be in jail for. It might rain and all that shit. So anyway, he asked me the story of what happened, and told him that the girl was just giving me damaged beer, and that's pretty much it. So, and then this other cop came up, and he's like, he thought I was someone else. He's like, how many times have I arrested you? And he mentioned some cat named Momo, which I had a cat named Momo at that time, but I lived like 20 minutes away. And I was like, how the hell does he know my cat's name? I was like, what the fuck? And it turned out it was some other kid that lived on my street that had been arrested a few times. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. That's not me. But it was like, how the
also had a cat named Momo.
Yeah, I was like, how do you know my cat? Like, what an odd name. Like, how the fuck do you know him? Anyway. So, long story long, he took me out of the car, and basically because the employee had given me the item, it wasn't stealing, but he just, he looked at her and he's like, I have to tell Susie Q or wherever the hell the manager was, and then he looked at me and he's like, I really, I just don't think you should ever come here again. I was like, yeah, that goes without saying, or whatever I said. And so I got off scot-free by the skin of my teeth, and this girl ended up getting fired. And then I went back to the gas station one other time, like months or a year later or something. And her coworker that obviously by then knew the whole story was there. And I have never gotten a death stare that bad in my whole life. If she could have stopped my heart with her stare, she would have.
It was an inside job, bro.
Yeah. But I was just like, it's like, she's about to jump the counter and kill me. This girl's coworker, but that was close. That was close. Handcuffs and everything. No books to Canada on that one, Z.
Nice.
But man, just trying to score some free beer.
It's a good story.
As Dino's cat meows in the background.
That's right. He knows what's up.
Shout
She's
out
like,
to
don't send me to Paul. I'll die fucking starving.
Oh man. I thought I'd told that one already when I looked at the list.
No, you missed that one. That's a good one.
Shit. Scott missed it. Scott will have to tune into this part. I could cross that one off.
Did we leave out 16 for next time? Because it hasn't
I don't
happened
know,
yet.
man. I just kind of 16 was kind of a smorgasbord.
I say we leave out. We'll just leave out 16. I don't know. I mean, this one, it's like 2. We're already in 2 hours. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to cut it short or anything.
No, I'm good. 17 was kind of a, I don't know.
You don't want to talk, really? You don't want to talk about SDCC?
You want to talk about it?
Do you know more than me?
No, there's some pretty cool
we should
stuff.
talk about. We can talk about what looks interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's some stuff that looks pretty sweet.
Okay, hit it up, dude. I didn't know if you wanted to wait for it to happen or okay. We can talk about it. No big deal.
Well, I'll preface it with I'm not going, so I'm not pumping any of this stuff. Some of the
Wait,
stuff.
no, you're Trey and you're Ben C, so you're going and you're somebody.
Paul,
You have 42 buyers working for you.
Paul, did you get the those turtle covers, the Boss Logic ones?
I did. I gave a shout out to Nick Hart on the last podcast or the podcast
Sweet.
before.
Wait, did SEC already happen?
No, it's this week.
It's this week.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
No, I'm good. I got. I ended up with 3 of the diorama sets. So,
The Action Comic ones?
no, the turtles. There's 2 turtle sets. One is just the figures, and the other one is the figures with a diorama set. So I have 3 of those, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I tried pre-selling one, but with eBay fees and all that, it was like a $50 profit. It just seemed worth waiting. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I got 3 coming my way. Maybe I'll try and put one on Facebook or something, but we'll see.
When you said diorama, did you see the Action Comics 1 diorama?
Is it a little bobblehead with him smashing the car?
No, it's not a bobblehead. It looks like it almost looks like a CGC book or whatever, but it's the car, the green car he's holding over his head is like the actual car or whatever. It's pretty sweet looking.
Yeah. That's like I thought it was a little spring load, like a spring.
Is it a bobblehead?
I think it's kind of not. I thought it was kind of like a bobblehead. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. Maybe it is. I just thought it was like just a cool little diorama.
It's him holding the car, but I guess not. I pulled up a picture of it. The Hot Wheels.
The Hot Wheels thing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I guess it's not. I thought there was a spring to it. It must be something else I'm thinking of. But that looks sweet too. I almost bought that, but I don't know. I did buy something from last year's SDCC, the Star Trek Leonard Nimoy Hot Wheels with him sitting on that car. It's kind of an iconic photo of him. I caved, and I don't know what I paid for that, 50 something.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Will Brogdon. He compiled a list of all the comics he could find for SCCC, and he threw a link on a Google Plus page.
Oh shit!
Shout out Will all day, man.
Sweet.
Yeah, this is a comics podcast, Ben. Trying to distract us. I just put a list of random toys. The Lego Deadpool is going for crazy high prices. That Mezco Punisher was $85 each to buy. I almost bought 4 of them when I saw the link. I don't know if it was Brian. Somebody posted a link, and
I think it was Scott.
Somebody in our Flipside chat. Scott didn't even buy one, but they're $85 each, pre-sale or whatever through Mezco. Now they're going for $220 shipped. So there's
that Deadpool Lego is going for almost $400 now.
Jesus Christ! Well, so I think how it works with some of those Legos is you can't guarantee it. So it's a raffle. So you have to get you have to win this raffle to even buy it. I think a few of the SDCC items are like that, which is
I think it's getting crazy because there's some people looking for it. How do you even have the balls to pre-sale that shit?
If a new eBay account, I don't know, but there's this go ahead, man.
But even as a buyer, what's the point of buying it? Because they could just cancel on your ass and then they raise the price and you're fucked. I don't know. The whole thing is scary as fuck that I would put serious money in buying it.
I think as a buyer, why not? You're secure. Worst case scenario, you get your money back.
No, but you think you bought one at a good price and then they're going higher and the guy goes, "No, I canceled," and you sell it again. If you really want something, I feel like you're screwed.
What'd you say, Brian?
The Do You Poo? I never buy those comics, but they're doing the whole DuckTales NES cover thing. They have 3 versions. They have one that's like Mega Man, one that's like Legend of Zelda, and one that's like Mario Brothers. And they're all the 8-bit, look just like the front of an old school NES unopened game. So if that gets as crazy as the DuckTales one, and it says they're super limited, but obviously, probably not.
They're super limited or unlimited edition.
Yeah.
Matt King is saying the gold Vegeta Pop is $475. Jesus. What else is on there? There's some Laughing He-Man I threw on there just for Sean, I guess. But that's I was talking to one of the guys who's going there. Who just fell off the podcast? Oh, Brian, Simple Man's Comics left. Anywho, man, didn't even give us a hug and a kiss.
Rooster kicked his ass.
Yeah. Batman 50, some of the sets, the Warren L set, Alex Ross set, Jim Lee foil. But I don't know, with Batman 50 how it turned out, I don't know about those.
There were some pretty covers. I'm not going to deny that. There were some pretty ass covers, but I still wouldn't fucking buy them.
I think that I would like the Alex Ross. Somebody actually, it was just on the Facebook. The Alex Ross Catwoman is probably the only one I would like in 9.8. The other one, what's the Catwoman with just the wedding veil? Like, it has 3 different covers. Who did that one? With the
Middleton did a good one.
No, it was Middleton, right? I think so.
Or are you talking about the Warren Lau one?
Natalie Sanders did one also.
No,
they had great covers. I can't spend that money on that shit.
It was the one where it was just Catwoman in her like veil or something. But one of them was like black and white, but only her eyes were green, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the Middleton.
Yeah, that was a nice set. But I think the Alex Ross, I like that one the best. The Jim Lee Justice League 4, Wonder Woman cover, and then anything Dragon Ball Z. I'm sure there's a long list for SDCC, so we'll see what the follow-up is.
Yeah, there's a couple I know Brian really likes the Natalie Sanders, and there's a couple new Natalie Sanders books from SDCC. We
all like Natalie Sanders. Why wouldn't?
Yeah, but he really likes Natalie.
Is she gonna be at Baltimore? Is she gonna be at Baltimore? I wonder.
Last year she said she was gonna be.
Oh wow!
I wonder how. You know what? As a good follow-up is how many people bailed on their SDCC appearances.
No, I don't think many people bail on SDCC.
It's not as low as IndieCon.
He's not gonna be there, bro. That's okay.
Who, Natalie, is it?
No.
Oh. Because last year she went to some other con, and then I was like, should have gone to Baltimore. She's like, maybe next year. I went and bought a ring.
I mean, it happens, bro. Trust me. Hey, good thing about the ring, it never goes away. So,
there's a couple Masters of the Universe pops that are SDCC, and they're already for like $250, $300 on eBay, and I'm like, screw that. There's a Ram Man and a scented Stinkor.
Well, and the problem is like you got to be in a raffle, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I wonder if is the raffle free to sign up? I wonder if the raffle costs money.
I was watching that Funko Pop thing. I think it's just a cutoff. You just got to get in line, and the cutoff's the cutoff, man. It's not. I don't think it costs money.
Guy, like on the third and last day or whatever they got in or something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember if it cost money or it didn't. I think it did cost money. I think to get in line for a raffle. I think
there's a J. Scott Campbell Cosmic Ghost Rider variant.
Boo!
Yeah, it's terrible. It's pretty bad.
Dark one?
I'm not sure.
What do you guys think of this Admiral Thrawn deal? I just got a random offer on eBay.
What? What?
Star Wars Heir to the Empire #1 of 6.
The Thrawn one, the blue one?
No, not the new one. The Dark
Heir to the Empire? Yeah, that's a good book.
#1 of 6. I got 3 available. Somebody just shot me an offer at. I don't know if I.
How good's the offer?
3 issues for $45. I don't know.
I thought, man, has it gone up?
I don't know.
It was
like a $5
to $10 book.
I had them listed at 20 each, and they're 8.5, 9-ish.
I'd take it and move on.
I'd take it.
Yep.
Yeah. Thinking.
I haven't bought anything in a while.
Star Wars is a rough fucking spec.
This is like first appearance, I think.
That book is undervalued, but
It's going to take a lot for it to jump.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Are yours newsstand? Or are they direct?
Neither. I don't know. I'm looking at
But that is an option. It could be the ones in the action figure.
No, there's no barcode. There's nothing.
Okay, then they're direct.
And that's the one.
I have a couple of all three.
That's the word White Mel was looking for. Direct.
Because fucking Topher talked me into it.
It's an undervalued book. It really is.
But you're just taking a gamble of whether it actually is relevant in the next 5, 10 years.
Absolutely.
I haven't made a sale in a while. It's just sitting there.
I would, if it were me, I would take it.
I would take it.
Yeah, save on.
I didn't even know. I literally didn't know it was selling over $10.
Apparently, I don't know. Works for me. Offer accepted. Anyway, to underail this podcast, How has
we were at 20 watchers for a minute. Damn it.
Yeah, I dropped it by talking. How has regained control of Stan Lee's Twitter account, and they promise full transparency. I put on here, it kind of sounds like a Jimmy story that he'd be more interested in, but I don't think he covered it recently, unless the news came out after the UD podcast. But the video they put up, I don't know, man. It kind of looked a little sketchy. Like he had his big dark sunglasses on, so you couldn't really follow his eyes if he was reading some script cards, and it cut off. Like you could, I don't know if they paused because he was coughing.
Stanley can't read fucking script cards, man. Haven't seen them in years.
If they're big enough. So I don't know.
He said he was 79.
I just what in the video?
No, he's been so blind. No, he's been so blind he can't read anything in years.
Yeah, but he also says in the video that he's 79 years old. He's like makes some joke about being 79. How it definitely doesn't feel. It's like, dude, you're like in your 90s. What are you talking about?
How old is he?
He's got to be 98.
Yeah, shit. So there's definitely some weird stuff going on there. That's for sure.
95, December 28th, 1992. Wait, 1922. Sorry.
92.
95. So I don't. It was weird, man. I just don't trust it. After that one video, I don't know the history of it, but that video of him, like where the guy had to tell him how to spell Stan Lee, I was like, man, I wouldn't buy a modern Stan Lee. It just feels like, I mean, there was a lot of talk and videos, but it just feels like contributing to elder abuse. Like if I were gun ho to get a Stan Lee sig, I would buy a signature series that was that was dated during his, I don't know, mental ability years or whatever the fuck you want to call it, and that would make me feel comfortable. But it just seems like they're just, goddamn, dragging this guy through the mud. I mean, let him chill and live his last days in peace.
I tell you what, we hadn't mentioned it, but R.I.P. Steve Ditko, and you know what? That fucker was a curmudgeon old man, but he went out how he wanted to fucking go out.
That's what it's
Amen.
all about.
I mean, he was a fucking hermit, and he did what he wanted to fucking do, and he wrote what he wanted to write. He put out some fucking stories, but they were fucking his. Yeah. He didn't fucking sell out to anybody.
Yeah, I mean, there was one book on eBay that I don't even know when it was signed by Stan Lee. Like if I was going to get a Stan Lee, I'll look it up real quick. It's let's see if I can find it.
Real quick, there's a really cool Star Wars exclusive for San Diego. They're doing a Dr. Aphra action figure set, and it's Aphra and 000 and BT1, and it's got a really cool packaging. It's like the old school original figures, the 3-packs, and they're really cool looking figures. So just a heads up for people out there for action figures.
I found it. I'll share it. So if I were going to get a Stan Lee book, this was signed by Stan Lee November 1st of 2015. It's a Civil War #1 variant of Captain America riding the top of that jet.
Oh, you talked about this.
I know. If I were going to buy one, it's $250 plus $10 shipping. Like if I were gonna buy I'll put it in the chat. But if I were gonna buy a Stanley Sig, like I'll just buy one, in an era that was when he was still with it.
I have a Stanley Sig, but more on accident.
What did he fall on your book? What?
No, I bought one because it had a Patrick Zurcher SS, and as much as he's kind of an artist that just gets underappreciated because it's my namesake, I thought it was pretty fucking cool, and it happened to have a Stan Lee on it, so I bought one.
And that's just, I don't know. Even when Civil War was out, it was early in my comic return, or I don't even know when Civil War came out off the top of my head, but it was early-ish in my comic return, and I love that cover. It just, I don't know. I thought it was sweet. But not $260 sweet.
I think that's a going rate for a Stan, though, man. I don't think you can get it for much less.
Oh, I know. I totally agree. I'm sure he may sell it for cheaper off eBay. What are fees on that? $50 maybe.
I think I saw the last, because Stan's doing his last signing supposedly, and prices for a Sig are
$100, right?
$150 now.
Yeah, 160, I think.
And you add grading on top and shipping. You can't get a Stan today for less than $250. So I mean, you may as well buy the damn one on eBay. You may as well find one that looks pretty and move on.
I like it, but I don't love it.
You mean the Batman Adventures 12 where he just like signed over everybody? I mean,
yeah, that would be awesome. That's the one you want. It's just fucking find the most outrageous one.
Yeah, that's a Jimmy purchase. Weird shit.
Man, I saw a book the other day that's like, Jimmy, fucking, why do you not have this book?
Alex Jones signature series.
It makes the frogs gay.
Did you see that on the Facebook page? That guy that got the Stan Lee, where he signed it, Stanley Lieber.
I saw that. That was sweet. That was a while ago.
Insane. Yeah.
When did he say when that signature was done?
It's an SS.
That was a while ago, though.
Yeah, it was several years ago. But man, that one.
No. Oh yeah. I thought you meant the post. The post.
Yeah, no. The book was several years old. But
yeah,
that would be the one to have.
If that guy is interested in selling, Ben, I'd pick that up if I were you. If you can reach out.
Yeah, that would be one that I would definitely want.
But if that guy is listening, I apologize. I don't know your name, but if that was me, that is a book I would sub to CBCS for the red label.
Is that our Facebook group?
Yeah. It was a while ago, though. It was a while ago.
Oh.
It was really cool because he doesn't use. When was the last time he used that signature? I wondered. I don't know.
Never.
I wonder if he had
it almost would be like accident.
or he asked him and he said he would do it.
Oh, that's cool too.
That happens a lot with sports cards. They'll ask them to sign a certain thing, and like especially with wrestlers, they'll ask wrestlers to sign their real names.
This is dumb. Why would you?
I tried that at the strip club once, and it didn't go well.
Her name was Cinnamon, bro. It's her real name.
Oh yeah. Okay. So it was in it. What's amazing is he did it on the ASM 700 Ditko cover.
Did you find it?
Yeah, I found it. You know, the one that's, you know, that's $1,000 book by itself. Yeah. So it was signed in. It's a CGC 8, but who cares about that? Signed Stanley Lieber by Stan Lee on 2/6/14.
What book is it on?
The ASM 700 Ditko variant, the expensive one.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking badass.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. I thought you found the Facebook post.
I did. Here, I'm gonna send it to you, or I'll send it.
Yeah, send it to me. Sorry, YouTube.
Yeah, join our Facebook page and you'll be able to find it.
Oh yeah, it is an 8.0. I thought it was raw.
No, it's already graded.
So this guy says, I purchased this a few years ago, but was shipped and got cracked. I'm going to have it reslabbed. Will CGC press and regrade. I love the fact he signed his real name, Lieber. And if
you send it to them, they'll regrade.
Will they?
Yeah, you can press a book at CGC.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they have to have a CSS to do it though, right?
Yeah, you have to have them press it.
If it's in an SS, you send the slab, they'll do it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Ben, I'd reach out to that guy. That's kind of a milestone.
Yeah, I can't. I just don't know how many there could possibly be of that one.
Yeah, that's a I don't know, whatever the fuck you use to look up those results. You know what I mean? Dino knows it. Whatever that login is.
No, you can't look
Census.
that. You can't look that up. That's like something that Jimmy knows, like obscure fucking random knowledge.
Yeah. Oh yeah, or Topher. Somebody.
No, that's not Topher's language. That's fucking. That's a CGC board guy who just fucking has been living there.
That is a book.
Jimmy's as close as we know. There, maybe Maximus might know that kind of shit.
That is a book though that is a book though I wouldn't care about the grade. Like that's cool. It's just comic history. But,
Yeah.
Anyway, random, totally off the left field here. Uncharted fans, Uncharted video game. Dino, you ever play that? On PlayStation?
Yeah, I played a bunch of them, dude. Like, come on, bro.
How many are there? 5?
I think 4.
Well, there's 5 if you include that one with the daughter or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So Nathan Fallon made a Uncharted fan film that's like 50 minutes long.
It's not bad.
Did you watch it? I didn't yet. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't.
It's not bad. He says. Did you watch it? No, but it's not bad.
Well, I mean, I've heard it's not bad. I mean, I've read the comments. I read some comments on it. I mean,
when did it come out? Now I'm curious. It was really, oh, Jesus Christ, over 1 million views? July 16th of 18. Damn. It just came out today. Already has 1 million views? Jesus Christ.
Dude,
Phillian has some fans, my friend.
Dude,
Uncharted.
It's Uncharted, dude. There's so many good.
Well, they've been teasing him as Nathan Fallon for a long time.
He's getting old, dude.
Yeah, he's aging out. I think that's one of the reasons he made this. But anyway, I don't know anything about the Uncharted series, etc. But I'm looking over here on the recommended videos on the right, and I gotta tell you, if anybody's on YouTube right now, you gotta Google "Dirty Laundry," the Punisher short. Fucking amazing. Just look it up.
Another, I keep throwing these in there just because I keep finding them, but 2 more exclusives that are really cool about San Diego. You'll like this one, Dino. The little muscle men guys.
Yeah.
They're doing WWE ones. So there's 4 4-packs, and you can get Macho Man, Andre the Giant, Rowdy Piper, Mean Gene, Iron Sheik, Ric Flair, Jake the Snake, Junkyard Dog, Ultimate Warrior, Sergeant Slaughter, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, $1 Million Man, and they look like the little muscle men.
I can't believe they didn't put Hogan on there because they reinstated his ass. But
yeah, and then the other really cool thing is that they did a Thanos copter action figure.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that's really cool, just because that Spidey Super Stories, that whole run of Spidey Super Stories is so underrated. You got some really, really hard to find and early appearances of Miss Marvel, Sabretooth. I think it's like the 2nd or 3rd Sabretooth appearance in one of those books. One of the very first Miss Marvel appearances in that run.
It's got to be the 4th Sabretooth.
It might be 2nd or 3rd, I think.
I thought 2nd and 3rd were both in Power Man Iron Fist.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people don't want to consider this like on the appearance scale just because it's a kid's book, But
gotcha.
that Spidey Super Stories 19 or whatever it is with Thanos on the cover holding the Cosmic Cube is a killer book, even to find in any grade, let alone high grade. And then the Miss Marvel one actually says introducing Miss Marvel on it, so it's got to be a 2nd. 3rd appearance, I don't know. Probably had to look into it, see if it was before the actual number 1. So
Paging Telford.
Yeah, there's also a really cool clone, Spider-Man clone story in that run. There's a lot of really cool stuff in that run, but just to have that Thanos copter as a little action figure vehicle is pretty. It's a Hot Wheels, so that's pretty cool.
Speaking of wrestling, I wouldn't say avid golfer, but you know what I bought? I bought club head covers, like at my driver's Hulk Hogan, and said, "What you gonna do, brother?" on it, and it's like a picture of Hulk Hogan on my driver, and then I have a Ric Flair putter, like putter cover, and it says "Woo" on it. It's awesome. So when I make a putt, I can do the Ric Flair strut and yell out "Woo." It's gonna be awesome. And then I bought a Macho Man Randy Savage wood cover, and I think it says "Oh yeah." And I bought a Mr. T head cover too. They're all like leather. It's awesome. Got it for like $100.
You know Thomas Jane, the Punisher actor?
Yes.
He's the one from Dirty Laundry. Random jump back.
That guy?
That guy. He was a good Punisher. Dirty Laundry, though. God damn, I love that. I posted a link in the YouTube chat.
Well, my cat doesn't like you.
Yeah, it's because she thinks she heard about Momo on the streets.
Momo's on the streets.
Momo's another problem. Maybe I'll add Momo. You know, I'm going to add Momo to the stories. It's going to be a while, but I'm going to add the Momo story.
I think, it's funny. I came home today, and my bedroom door was shut, which is weird because I don't shut my bedroom door because like nobody home anyways. But the bedroom door was shut. I think he locked himself in the bedroom. I kind of felt bad. My bedroom was a disaster. Like he destroyed everything in there.
Yeah. I'm gonna save it. I haven't done I was gonna do a double Paul's problem because I haven't done it in like 2 or 3 weeks, but I'll just slip back into my game one at a time. But what else is up, guys? We're at 2.5 hours, 2 hours 40 minutes, something like that. No after hours on this podcast. This is it.
Did you guys start at 9?
Yeah, we did. You late motherfucker.
No, we started at 9:30. You fool.
Yeah, 9:30.
9:30. So we're at 2 hours, bro.
Yeah, whatever. Do some math on your own time. Shit.
I'll make sure I tell that tomorrow for my little get together about how you can't have simple math problems.
What's your get together? What are you talking about?
My little get. We'll talk about it in the after hours podcast.
The one that's not happening.
So, anybody else got anything to say?
Oh, I think we're good. I'm trying to track down the outline. I closed it by accident. I think we're done. There's nothing
Hey,
else.
just to keep people digging, just some stuff I found this week, real cheap. I found a Rick and Morty #1 second print for $2, #2 for $2. Found a The Last of Us #1 variant for $1.50. Just keep looking. They're out there.
I messaged you, Ben, and I said I sent you a link of the book you were talking about in some other chat, and you said, "Yeah, that's great," but I don't. Basically, you said, "That's great. I don't give a shit," because you are a purist. No, I'm trying to give you a compliment. You are a comic purist because you didn't really care about my online links. You're like, "Yeah, that's great," but I prefer, I prefer the hunt. I'm like, "What do you mean the hunt?" And you meant like in person. Digging through bins, the real life hunt, and I was like, all right, well, I mean, here's a x.com link, not that kind of X, but an x.com link. If you're interested, and you're like, yeah, that's great, but I don't care. So shout out to you, man. I think that's awesome. I mean, do you travel as much as you used to? Because you
no, I don't. I stay pretty local anymore. But
you still find these.
Yep. I know places that restock, and I know which half price books to go to. I actually passed up a Saturday. I passed a half price books, and they were having their 40% off sale, and they had an amazing adult fantasy #7, which is really the first issue, and it was $50, and I would have gotten it for $30. With the 40% off, and I passed on it. I probably shouldn't have, but just because it's a kind of cool old Marvel. It was from like 1960 or something like that. But no, finding these books. I mean, I found a Teen Titans 12 and for $1.50. Basically the entire metal run for like $1 a piece. But yeah, I just like finding the books. Once I find them, I don't know what to do with them, but I just keep them. I mean, I don't even sell them.
Do you look online, or is it just?
I do, but I rarely buy. Yeah, I mean, although I did buy that unknown ratio variant box that they had where it's kind of a crapshoot. For $250.
Oh, I saw it. Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, I went for it. I don't care. Whatever.
Who did that?
Big baller.
Unknown
Baller over there.
Unknown. So is Unknown Comics exclusive black box something?
Yeah, they basically get 10 books. You get two. They're either 1 in 500, 1 in 1,000, or 1 in 2,000. You get two of those.
It's guaranteed though.
Yeah, guaranteed. Then you get like 2 1 in 100s, 2 1 in 50s, and then like 2 of their Virgin variants and 2 of their regular exclusives.
So it's $250 a box, right?
Right.
You get 10 books in a box.
Yep.
So I mean, $25 a book or $25 a book. It's not terrible considering the odds, right?
Yeah, and I've never actually owned a 1 in 500 or more.
I mean, you'd have to get a really shitty book to not clear 200 on that.
Did they sell out quick or?
Yeah. Oh, it sold out in an hour.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, so what was it? Image did their black box thing a while ago, right? You know what I'm talking about?
You talking about the one with the
blind box or blind?
Oh yeah, that was a long time ago. That was with the STCC like several years ago
with the Negan thing.
Yeah.
So I thought that was only a year ago. Anyway, whatever.
I mean, who knows? Maybe.
So anyway, this is a comic regret. What the fuck was?
What?
Don Z's charging his dildo or something? What the fuck's going on there? Z, what are you doing?
What is that?
I don't know. Phone went off with craziness.
Anyway, damn, that was random. Anywho, I won one of those on Raz at the time, and my regret is that I never opened it. I never saw it. I never touched it. It was never shipped to me. I had that. I had someone else flip that on Facebook, and so that box was sent to them, and they sent it to this winner. And I never know to this day if that Negan variant was in there. I made money, but I never opened it, and that's one of my many comic regrets.
Well, if that's your comic regret, I think you're okay.
No. One of many. I got to make some more at Baltimore when I hand these CBCS slabs.
Oh, geez.
Now, I wish Scott was here because I do want to know. Do I hand them?
We're gonna crack. No, we're gonna crack it at his house.
Crack it. All right.
We're gonna be fine.
So I'll bring some empty top loaders. Is what you're saying?
Yes. I'm gonna crack my that spawn I cracked. I'm gonna get it reholdered.
Oh, Chung is here. That was a Chungy story. Shout out to Philip Chung.
Yo, Phil Chung, what up, though?
Yeah, he did the Facebook flip for me. The Facebook dance. So what the fuck was I gonna say? Damn it. Something about a CBCS. Oh, I don't know.
I think honestly, truthfully, dude, I wouldn't do the Switch, but that's just me, man. Who cares? Who cares? Do you really care? I mean, honestly, you're gonna keep the books forever. Who cares?
Anyway, I was just curious. I was just curious about it's a CBCS rant. Fuck it, whatever. We're done.
You hate CBCS, man. I think you're like
I don't hate it.
You're more anti CBCS than fucking Coy is.
I don't hate it. I just fell for the trap, and now I'm stuck with this 50-50.
Why you? What trap? What trap?
Just the trap that they were going to be great, and their grades are so awesome.
Their grades are awesome. You know it's a 9.8.
They were the company to get your books to, and now they're so fucking slow, and they changed their label 600 times. You got this fucking scarlet letter of rivets on your chest, and
so
I want them all to match. Fuck it.
So real quick, we were talking about that Spidey Super Stories.
That was a great show, guys. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
We were talking about that Spidey Super Stories and that Sabretooth. That Sabretooth is actually the second cameo of Sabretooth. And it's actually the third Captain Britain appearance. So that's Spidey Super Stories number 32. Second cameo of Sabretooth and the third appearance of Captain Britain.
Yeah, that's a double, that's an American-Canadian mix there.
Yeah, it's crazy book. It's actually got Spider-Woman on the cover. So
yeah, I was just looking that up. He's falling out of Big Ben, and Doc Ock is reaching for him. He's reaching for. Yeah, it's a good cover.
Yeah, so pretty cool stuff.
Z just left.
Yeah, he bailed, man. That
Lame.
That zzz, I pulled him away. You know.
You know that was his eBay going off.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Yeah, he got his phone on vibrate. He's selling his Thurons after I sold mine.
Yeah, well, it's getting to be about 9 o'clock out here in Arizona.
Oh
so
goodness! Good
Oh
Right.
Jesus! Oh, it's past Clay's bedtime.
man.
and it's actually time for me to go out and start looking for some toads. So
Okay.
Oh,
we're getting into spirit. We're getting into spirit world time
You
here.
going to milk some toads?
She's my butterfly.
The temperature's finally below 100, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. Yeah.
No. The monsoon rains have showed up, and the for all those in the know, the Sonoran desert toads are coming out of the ground. And anybody who listens to Joe Rogan knows that the 5-MeO flows freely here.
All hail the Hypnotoad.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we complain about the temperature here, and then you complain about the time over there.
It was.
You got it.
It rained today, dude. It's been on a heater up here, up north, for a minute. It's been like 90 plus.
I don't even want to see my electric bill. Oh my god.
Yeah. So, all right, boys. I'm gonna cut this off, I guess.
Sounds good.
All right, boys. Hey, Mel V next week or next time, the 30th. So
I'll try to drink twice as much to keep
oh
up.
God, how can I control you and Mel? It's gonna be. I might have to kick. I might have to kick you off like Brian.
Kick us like Bruce.
All right, boys. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks, then, or we'll see everybody in 2 weeks. So, Mel V.
Thanks, everyone.
All right, boys.
Good night, guys.